Hey, I'm Antonio Hernandez from Fire in the Morning Show.
And I'm Rafael from Rafaha.
I'm Michael Gallagher of Totally Sketch. And you're watching Small Couch Interviews!
Yay!
We're gonna do a series of serious questions right now.
Series of questions.
Yeah. So, how did you get started on YouTube?
I signed up at youtube.com for a free account.
What's your background story and how did you
I got you.
Yeah.
I decided, I love sketch comedy and I loved Saturday Night Live and all those kind of shows, and I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I could do that? And so I was literally just thinking that, and then I would start writing down silly ideas of either things that happened in my life or things that I saw, and just write sketches and then cast my friends and started making silly videos.
And how do you come up usually with the ideas for sketches? Is that like experience?
Yeah, a lot of it comes from just everyday life, like maybe I'll write a sketch about being interviewed on a very small couch. But no, it's usually something that happens with my girlfriend or someone I meet at a restaurant or something. Like if something weird happens, I always think of, well, what would the crazy idea be? Like what didn't I say? Or what should I have done in that situation? And then I try and write that.
So you take day-to-day stuff and then you just go extreme on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cool.
Times 1,000.
How has your life changed because of YouTube?
Everything. I mean, it gave me the ability to make SMILEY, the movie, and it also just introduced me to so many different talented actors and creative people, and it's an outlet that I can just kind of make things, and hopefully people watch them and like them. I don't know, it's kind of helped start a career. So
yeah,
I love it.
Usually, how long and what are the steps that you take on making a video?
How long? Usually I shoot a video. I try and treat it like a 48-hour film festival kind of thing, where I used to do a lot of those in high school, where you get the script on one day and then 2 days later you have to have a finished product. So usually once it's written, the sketch is done within 48 hours. We'll shoot it in like half a day, edit it in about a day, and just kind of try and get it out as quick as possible.
And how was your transition from YouTube to SMILEY to a feature film?
It was great. I mean, I brought a lot of the same people along that I had been cast, in Totally Sketch videos and actors I worked with.
Like, why did you?
Oh, because I liked them. I mean, I thought they were good actors on YouTube, so I thought, why would they be good actors in a movie?
Yeah.
But it was a fun transition. It was basically like, we're gonna make 110 sketches in 15 days. That's how I approach it, because every scene is like almost like a little sketch. So I was trying to, think of it that way and not go crazy.
SMILEY has the trailer now has 20 million views.
Yes, my mom has seen it a lot of times. Yeah, the 20 million views, it didn't come in one day though. It came, over the course of a year. Like those views have been coming in.
And we know that it's really hard to make a movie and keep on the budget and the schedule. Do you have any trouble with that?
It was tough. I mean, I think when you don't have much money, it's all about having everything prepared, in pre-production as much as you can. So we worked really hard on, budgeting properly, getting the right crew and cast and everyone locked in, and really it was my job to understand the script, exactly what we needed and what we didn't need, so that way I didn't have 1,000 shots every day.
Yeah.
Because we had to shoot we shot 9 pages a day, so thinking about that, it's like, how much coverage can I get? And we only had one camera, so it was really trying to figure out the most shots we could get without everyone having a heart attack.
You make comedy in YouTube, and why horror in SMILEY?
I think I'd done so much of the comedy on YouTube that I thought it would be nice to take a break and try something else. And I love horror movies, so I've always been a huge horror nut, and I thought it'd be fun to make a horror movie that might appeal to the people that watch our stuff on YouTube. Because I see a lot of horror movies that are so gory and so overly gross.
Yeah.
And I think there's a place for that, but also I think people like a little bit of mystery, a little bit of kind of an old-fashioned kind of thriller. So I don't know. I wanted to make something like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
So that was the series of serious questions. Yeah. Now we're gonna go to the lightning bolt. Okay.
Lightning bolt. So,
Yeah. Questions.
Excuse me, 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Mac or PC?
Mac.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Vanilla.
Brazil or Mexico?
Mexico.
Nice.
Grill or deep fried?
Deep fried.
Simpsons or Family Guy?
Simpsons.
Tom Hanks.
S'mores or Avatar?
Tom Hanks? Did you just say Tom Hanks? Yes, Tom Hanks.
Team Andrew or Team Jacob?
Jacob.
And what's the meaning of life?
Love.
So if you could be a character in a movie, who would you be and why?
Any character?
Yeah, any character.
Oh man, that is a tough question. I don't know. You know, I would probably be like the old wise black man that's like in every movie. There's always one old wise black man who just comes in and has a really good piece of advice. They don't always listen to him. I'd love to be that. That would be really cool.
Cool, that's new. Alright. If a person owns a piece of land, do they own it all the way down to the center of the earth?
Oh, that is a good question. No, they don't.
If you could direct a remake of any movie, what would it be?
I would want to do a movie that would piss everyone off. You know, I want to remake a movie that just came out. You know, like I think that like a movie that everyone loved that just came out, like remake The Avengers. I was like, why would you remake The Avengers? Everyone loved the first one, and it just came out. Like we all still remember the plot points, but I don't know. It'd be fun to do The Avengers again, and do it maybe darker. In Spanish, like Gael Garcia Bernal as the Hulk. Best superpower?
Yeah.
I think, I mean, the perviest one is invisibility. I think flying is the best one, because you could fly and go anywhere. I mean, there's also a lot of logistical problems if you started thinking about if you could fly. I mean, there's a lot of bugs and like wind traffic and weather conditions, and maybe you're like, you can't breathe properly, you know what I mean? So like if you're going really fast and flying, you might have like breathing problems. I don't know, there's a lot of like issues I think that would come with the territory.
We have noticed some sexual content in some of your videos.
And by some of them we mean almost all of them.
And we just wanted to know just a little thing.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been a pervert?
Pervert?
Yeah.
Whoa. Well, interview over, and have a nice day on your tiny couch, okay? Hello. No, I think I've had a lot of awkward situations in my life, many of them being sexual. Yeah. So I thought I would share my awkward situations with the universe.
I'm gonna put in here 37 seconds in the timer. Okay. And you have to entertain us.
Okay. All right, guys. Did you know I can do this? Does anyone have a yo-yo? I can do lots of yo-yo tricks.
No. Yo-yo.
Entertain you. Why did Helen Keller's dog run away?
Why?
You would too if your name was Yes!
Yeah, you could do it.
We can do it.
Great.
Did it! And we offended the blind deaf community.
Yeah. What has been the most awkward moment in your life?
There's too many to count. I don't know. I try and block them out or make videos about them, so...
So we move to the last question, and we wanted to ask you like a new question that you probably haven't answered.
I've never answered? All right.
Hopefully. And so, what's your take on garden gnomes?
My take? I've never been asked about my take. I do like garden gnomes. I'm going to put that on the record. I actually have we have a few small garden gnomes at our home.
Really?
So, yeah. But they're not like actual garden. We don't have a garden, so we don't have a garden gnome, but we have gnomes, like little figurines that are in our house that we prank each other, my girlfriend and I. We put them in different places and have them like stare at you, like you wake up and there's like a little gnome.
Yeah, so that was it. That was small
that was
couch
our time
interviews.
for a small couch interview. I'm Antonio again from Fire in the Morning Show.
I am Raphael from Raphael.
I'm Michael Gallagher of Totally Sketch.
Yeah. Wait. I have another question.
Oh, yes.
Why do you do the, hey, I'm Michael Gallagher of Totally Sketch?
I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, I'm Michael Gallagher of Totally Sketch.
Yes.
I don't know why. That's my catchphrase.
Thanks for coming. It was
Thanks
really
for having me,
great
guys.
having you. Very much.
Of course. And thanks for watching.
Yeah.
You.
Hey, no, we cut.
Oh, we cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks.
Awesome.